We have a first Missouri Tiger, and he's ready for your questions. Go on the second row here on the right.
Hey, Kris. Billy Jones, KCU 88.1 Columbia. I'm curious. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of talented wide receivers next year. Anyone in particular you're excited to go up against? Maybe one wearing red and black next year?
Dominic. Yeah, that's my dog. I'm excited to compete against him on opposite teams, but another receiver is Will from Vanderbilt. We play on the same 707 team in high school, so.
We did some podcasts together last year, and the secondary all stayed together. I mean, you and Ennis, JC, this is a group that was solidified, one of the best in the conference last year, but you all decided to come back and make another run at this thing. What kind of went into that decision, and do you feel like this could be one of the better secondaries in the SEC?
Yes, I feel like this can be one of the best secondaries in the SEC, but everybody had their own decision, so I feel like they just made their best decision for them. We ain't really talk about it together we was coming back, and we just wanted everybody to make the best decision for them.
Left side, second row.
Kris, what can you tell us about DJ James? You and him now, both big time players in the SEC. I guess how does that feel to be at that spot with one of your buddies? And I guess what can you tell us about him as a player and a person?
DJ is my best friend, but he's been locking receivers down since high school. So I really, when I changed to DB, I asked him a lot of questions because I knew, he'll lead me in the right way. But he's a great person, too.
What are his best qualities as a corner?
He got perfect technique. He's patient on his back pedal, and he's natural. He's a natural cornerback.
Front row here.
Chris Farblin, KCU 88.FM in Columbia. So, Kris, you're ending your third season as a defensive back for the Tigers. Now, unlike your past 2 seasons, you have the same defensive coordinator. So, what is the benefit this offseason, and are there any advantages to not having to learn a new defensive system and being in the same system that you were the previous year?
Yes, I think it's an advantage because if you know the plays, we just can change the little things in the play to make it better.
Stay on the second row.
Yeah, another one about DJ. Who was a better high school player?
Me.
Any reason why?
Because I play everything. I ain't just play defense.
Right side, second row.
Kris, I'm curious. What's going to be a great season for you? What does that look like at the end of the season?
If we have a winning record and we go to a New Year's Six bowl game.
Kris, last year, a lot of the talk as the season progressed was you in the NFL, those words becoming synonymous. When you start hearing stuff like that and you come into the season knowing that you can continue to, accentuate your skills, when you think about the NFL, is that something that it's a goal for you that you think that's attainable coming into next year?
I feel like every player in college goal is to go to the NFL, basically. But I feel like I can't think about that because they'll just block what I'm doing right now. I just be where my feet at.
We'll stay on the front row here.
Kris, as you just mentioned, you said that you could play everything, and of course you came to Mizzou. You started off as a receiver, then of course you played corner, you've played special teams. How does that versatility help you in regards to the next level, and do you believe that makes you a more valuable to NFL teams come draft time?
Yes, because if you can do more, then there'll be always a spot for you. And special teams, a lot of players in the next level have to play special teams. So I feel like I might as well do it now and get used to it before I just go to the NFL and try to do it there.
Front row on the right.
Hi, Kris. AP and Kelly, as we see, it's syndicated radio. Kris, is the Senior Bowl in your future, and how has Luther Burden III helped you become better?
Okay, yeah. As from being from Mobile, Alabama, I used to watch the Senior Bowl every year. So it's always been a dream of mine to come back in my hometown and play. And yeah, Luther, he's a great athlete. I feel like he's one of the best athletes I've seen in my whole life. He's just a playmaker. He gets the ball and he's gonna make something happen.
We have any other questions? Okay, right here in the aisle.
Kris, Missouri's been a 500 program since you arrived. Since 2019, Missouri's gone 500 in the regular season. To take that next step, like you said, to get to New Year's Six bowl game, to get to a winning record, is that something that's conscious, that's talked about, and how do you get to that level?
Yes, we talking. That's what we've been working on the whole offseason is finding a way to finish those close games and come over the hump. So we just been making the players be accountable. It's a player-led team now, so like everybody is accountable.
Any other questions? Kris, thank you very much.
Thank y'all.